Hi everyone. So welcome to this video session on database management system. So again, this is also part of your management information system. So once you talk about data and once you talk about information, automatically we have to remember about the database concepts. So without database, the processing of information, storing of information, retrieving of information, creating reports, anything cannot be done. Therefore, it is very much important for us to know about the database concepts and the database management system. So, what is DBMS? In short, a group of programs that manipulates the database and provides an interface between the database and the user of the database and other application programs. So, this is the database is generally said to be a backend software where you can make use of it for storing your data in huge form. Okay. So, in an organization, data or information is said to be very large in size. So, to store it in an ordinary space occupies more of its memory capacity. In such cases, if you are going to make use of an database application, automatically the storage space, the processing space, everything will be effectively utilized, and for that particular purpose we make use of DBMS in an organization. Especially DBMS is database is inbuilt with all the information systems, whichever kind of information system we are making use of. So why use DBMS? So DBMS mainly it is used for data independence and for efficient access. Next one is reduced application development time. So data integrity and security. Next one is uniform data administration, concurrent access, recovery from crashes. Okay. So here if you see the most important purpose of a database is to store all data in one place. So security is being strictly handled. Next one is you can align your information according to the way in which you want, so that your retrieving process and your manipulating process also is being made easier. And next most important purpose is one database can be linked to any number of applications. So that is the main advantage of any kind of database application systems. Okay. So these are said to be the hierarchy of your data, and this is something common which all of us know. Computer system starts its storage with a character or bytes, and from bytes you move on to fields, and collection of fields we represent it as records, and collection of records we represent it as files, and collection of files we represent it as database. Okay, so you can have a separate database for your department, and or you can have based on finance, marketing, HR, etc. and all. Or you can also have a database, one database which stores the entire organizational information also. So it depends upon the usage of the company and the individual. So once you want to get into the area of database, the database management system has certain concepts to be understood. Okay, so these are said to be certain concepts which we have to know. First one is said to be entity, a generalized class of people, place, thing where data is collected, stored and manipulated. So any particular you want to store data about any particular place or any particular person or any particular event, whatever it is, the entire field put together, that particular cluster we call it as entity. Okay, so entity can be further distributed as attributes. In an entity you can have any number of attributes. So the attributes are nothing but the characteristics of the entity. So here the characteristics of entity are nothing but again the field which you are going to make use to develop and store the entity, and data items are nothing but the specific values which you assign to each of the attributes. So here the diagram gives you an example of the entities, the attributes as well as the data values. Okay. So this is a traditional approach form where you have how the data is being, how was the data being stored traditionally. So you had each application, for each application you will have a separate set of files, and for each separate set of files you have to separately store the data, where some data has to be repeatedly stored in different places for access. So this was one of the greatest disadvantage in your traditional approach, and this has been overcome in our new approach. Okay, so this is a disadvantage where it is said to be data redundancy, repetitions of data was there, program data independence was not there, and data integrity was also a great question mark, and therefore all these issues have been solved in the recent database approaches. Okay, and here is the diagram which tells you about the database management system, where any number of applications can be linked to the management system, and this management system links it to one particular database alone. So in one database you can store all the data, where you need not repeat the data. The data can be retrieved to any number of applications according to the requirement of the application. So these are said to be some of the advantages of your database approach. So improved strategic use of corporate data, reduced data redundancy. So that is the greatest effect of making use of database management. Improved data integrity, easier modification and updation of data, data and program independence. So your redundancy and your independence along with integrity serves the greatest purpose in the new approach of your database management. Next one is said to be better access of data and information, standardization of data access, a framework of program development, better overall protection of data, shared data and information resources. So all these are said to be the advantages of your database management system, database approach. So it has also few disadvantages. One is relatively high cost of purchasing, making use and installing in an organization, but presently even the cost is overcome by the benefit which the database provides to the organization. Therefore it requires specialized staff. And next one is increased vulnerability. So all these are said to be few of the disadvantages in making use of a database approach. So the database applications are of data warehousing, data mining and data mart. So all these are new concepts which are thriving in as far as database area is concerned. You would have been heard about all these concepts, but without knowing the basic understanding of a database, how does it process and the concepts of database, it is very difficult for us to enter into or knowing into the applications of data warehousing, data mart and data mining. So the higher end part of your applications are being used in warehouse, data mining and data mart. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope the basis of database is being given to you as part of your knowledge. Thank you.